You need to have clarity. I never liked cribbing. And we all Indians keep on cribbing on ये गलत है, वो गलत है, and ये अच्छा नहीं है, roads अच्छे नहीं है and all that.
In general, we have a notion that having a government job is a cakewalk.
Recently, if you have experience of knowing about the Gokhale Bridge, the infamous one, so that our urban roads and rural roads becomes more safer.
Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of Spotlight, the Pillai podcast. I am Professor Aswathy Rajagopal, representing Pillai College of Architecture, and we have a very special guest today, Mr. Avinash Shabade, the Transportation Planner of CIDCO, Maharashtra. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Aswathy. Thank you for calling me here. I'm really excited to this podcast.
Okay, so I begin with a very simple question. You've been very vocal about the journey, how you have come to transportation planning to what you're doing right now. It would be nice if you could share the journey with us.
Yeah, I love this question, Ashwati. I always keep on telling people, it was very, very simple for me, but it was very clear. Like someone has said, I keep on saying that, you need to have clarity. The only thing brought me to transportation was I never liked cribbing. And, we all Indians keep on cribbing on ये गलत है, वो गलत है, and ये अच्छा नहीं है, roads अच्छे नहीं है and all that. So when I was in my 10th standard, that was in 1999, 25 years ago, I decided that I'll come and contribute towards the physical infrastructure of the country. Okay. So it was very simple for me to decide. So I'll be a civil engineer, I'll be an architect, that doesn't matter for me, but I'll be part of this growth journey of our country. So that was my dream. And I was lucky to get all the opportunities, and today I am doing the same thing which I decided 25 years back. Great. And I'm really excited about it.
That's great. So this leads to me another question. Now, you are a government transportation planner. Usually we have a notion that having a government job is a cakewalk. Okay, so this leads to me asking you, how does your day-to-day life as a government professional, like a transportation planner, is, and how do you take it day by day?
If you've seen, the age has completely changed. Earlier, the government jobs and the mandates and the visions were quite simpler and basic. But today, if you see the ratio of public towards one government engineer has changed a lot, has increased a lot, and the pressure has been increasing day by day. Our typical day looks like whenever we reach office, we plan with something. But again, there are huge number of things waiting for us to surprise us. Usually, a transportation engineer's or a planner's job in a government sector, comprises of reviewing the reports which we get, the understanding the requirements of other government organizations. Most of the times, it's very difficult to communicate between the interdepartments, the land use department, the land acquisition departments, the railways, the roadways, and we mostly focus on the design part of it and the communication part of it to negotiate with other government organizations to help us proceed with our projects.
That's great. So you spoke about people cribbing about projects or infrastructure facilities. It'll be nice if you could share about one particular government project which you're working on extensively and the challenges and the complexities which come along with it.
Yeah, just to continue with the previous question, I told you one of our difficult jobs is to coordinate between the different departments. So transportation projects mostly are linear projects. Yes. They don't have one specific area and all. So that's why if the amount of length they pass on, they need to be communicated, coordinated with other government organizations. Recently, if you have experience of knowing about the Gokhale Bridge, the infamous one, just lack of coordination led to engineering difficulty wherein the bridge could not match the levels. So if you see, my current project is about airport connectivity, road connectivity, and already 3 organizations, 3 contractors are working on the same point, and the accuracy has to be at the millimeter level. So this kind of communication difficulties we keep on facing, and again different organizations work on different platforms of project monitoring as well as design. So that is one of our difficult jobs, and to communicate and coordinate between all the organizations at at a daily level most of the times.
Okay, that pulls me to another question. You just said that you're going to be coordinating with different departments and different stakeholders rather.
Correct.
Okay, so what is the most difficult decision you have taken for any particular project as a transportation planner?
It's a very quite difficult question also. Every day is a challenge to us, but one of the most difficult situations we had was to give priority to time versus the amount of facility. So, to summarize, I would say innovation and phased development helped us to understand that we really need to address the issues, but it is not that we need to address that issue today. If we implement it in phased manner, and if we implement in an innovative situation out of the box without going to typical cross section of roads, without restricting ourselves to all the mandates and assumptions we keep on doing. So once we had, I told you that timelines versus the facility or the quantification of the facility was very difficult to decide. So we chose timelines to be delivered, because always people see how much faster the project was implemented, and we finish it off in time. But again, you all have the time to augment and enhance the capacity later on.
That's great. So now keeping the current projects on the side, we have newer advanced technologies coming into the picture. So how has AI or digital twins or similar patterns have helped you in your planning process?
Yeah, that's really fascinating. These days, we were quite early to adopt, because transportation planning is all about data and understanding the demand of publicly. Like I keep on telling, civil engineers know how to build, but transportation engineers and planners are the people who tell them how much to build, and to take a decision about how much to build in the city and what to build, need of choosing the mode of transport and all. It's all data driven. So since ages we have been dependent upon this socio-economic data, understanding the travel behavior. AI has been part of our work, but these days more enhanced solutions regarding road safety. For example, I'll tell you what will happen in future is these drones will fly in your city, understanding the road conditions, and they will start giving solutions regarding what amount of investment and what amount of type of solutions to be implemented, so that our urban roads and rural roads becomes more safer. That's about AI. Digital twins are the things of future and even present today. We recently used that methodology to understand what is to build. For example, if we say airport has to be connected in a proper manner, now this statement is just a plain statement, but that has to be understood by the labor also.
True.
So we created a digital twin before the project was started in execution. It's about connecting Atal Setu to airport, and this digital twin was helpful to understand everybody to bring into the same page, and understand the nooks and corners, and everybody being on the same page and understanding what exactly is to be achieved. So this is very, very important tool, should be used in infrastructure more and more often. So what happens is people have the project, have the drawings, and they just create a sample just to show people for a model what is to be done. But the same model, if it is correct technically in terms of the measurements, can be shared and can be kept before the project is envisaged. This will help implement the project faster and with the same vision when it started with.
That's great. So I have a quick question. Is how long did you take to plan this Navi Mumbai airport connectivity?
First of all, it's we cannot measure the time in terms of
number of years,
days and years, and because it's a continuous process, it keeps on evolving. Some days something. For example, now people are talking about high-speed rail connectivity to this airport. This has come up very recently, and we are lucky to have a site location that gives and helps this kind of any augmentation. It has been years. I cannot tell you in terms of years. I'll tell you, but it's a very long process, and very, very confident. This airport is be the most connected airport in all modes of transport all over the country.
That's great. That's fantastic. So, to just conclude with one question, where as an architect asking an engineer and a planner, usually there is this notion that the planning is not everyone's cup of cake, and especially for an architect to get into a planning or as a planner post is a very difficult task. Like from a free flowing mindset to going into a very systematic routine. What do you suggest, or what are your suggestions to the upcoming generation to take up the transportation planning or planning as a full-time job, or to specialize in planning?
Especially for the architects, right?
Yeah, especially for architects.
Yeah, it's a very. I have been an advocate of architects joining the transportation world because civil engineers. I told you, like, they know how to build. Transportation planners and engineers, they know how to quantify and tell them what to build and how much to build and from where to build. But this is all remains dry until an architect joins the team and gives the beauty and the functionality of it. Like, we both, civil engineers and transportation engineers, our planners, can think of functionality and facility. But as an ecosystem, as an experience, I believe architects are experienced designers rather than just facility designers. If architects join this fraternity and we work together as a team, we can make transportation facilities more beautiful and go to places like I imagine in future a bus stop or a bus terminus will be like a mall. And now we are having such kind of facilities. Airports are already there, yes, because architects are there in the airports. Similarly, bus transport facilities, even roads, bridges, and rail transport, metros. Everywhere, architects should be having an active role. That's why pursuing post graduation in architectural transportation part is the thing to go for architects. I'll suggest that for the next generation of architects.
Okay, that's great. Anyway, thank you, sir, for sharing your journey in this, let's say, 10 minutes or 15 minutes of question answer session. Thank you to our listeners for tuning in to our Pillai podcast, and hope you guys join us for the upcoming podcast at Pillai Group Online on YouTube and Pillai HSA College on Instagram.